ladies. Hello, Internet.
Hola!
I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Welcome to the first day of the week for Planet Flipside. Welcome to the makeup table. Hello, Myrtle. Hello, hubby.
Hello.
So, do you guys have any idea what you're doing?
I'm gonna do some Bride of Chucky inspiration today, since I did Chucky last Wednesday. So it's gonna be super simple.
I want to do some neon stuff with maybe a like veiny butterfly. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. We'll see. I already did makeup at like 3 in the morning, so today is like whatever.
I understand. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I think I might be doing something fairly simple. I'm tired. But to share with everyone, Mashika Creations sent me my order. This is the little box it comes in.
I love her boxes so much.
I know, they're cute. And she gave me 2 little turtle stickers that I'm probably going to end up giving to my mother because
I have one of them on the back of my Switch because she sent me a grip of them.
On the east coast of Florida, so we have lots of turtles and my mother loves them. But this is, I don't know if I can get, there we go, is the necklace I got. And this is for my Snow White character, legacy character. She's the granddaughter of Snow White, so that's going to be her necklace. I'm very excited.
White. Hey.
Oh, somebody's vocal today.
I was going to say, hey, Ma. Hey, Ma. I watched one of your videos over on TikTok, Elsie. It was you blew out like, I think it was orange and pink, and then you did the black lines, and then you did the colored lines highlighting them. I really love that look. It was beautiful.
Well, thanks.
I need to figure out, I don't care for liquid eyeliner that comes in the little bottles. When I learned how to use liquid eyeliner, it was I'm pretty sure it was either CoverGirl or Maybelline Cake eyeliner.
Oh yeah.
And so I've tried to use the watercolor, the water activated makeup for it, but I'm not as skilled as I used to be. It's like drawing. Once you stop, you lose your hand at it for a while.
I know, right? I got this from Glisten Cosmetics, this palette right here, and
those are beautiful.
And there was a coupon code too, and it took a while because it's from overseas, but totally worth it. It dried down really matte. They're nice.
Oh, I might have to look into those. I did get some brushes, some fine brushes, actual eyeliner brushes. So I was using acrylic paint brushes.
Okay.
That's what I
still use a lot.
Yeah.
But I did get, this is one of them. I don't know if you guys could even see.
Itty bitty.
Oh, it's super fine.
Yeah. I didn't know it was going to be glitter.
I have acrylic brushes like that for nails.
Yes.
I think that this is a similar to, it's not as long. Most nail ones seem to be longer than this, though. This one kind of has a short handle. But I got a set of 6 of them. They're different lengths. They're all that thin, but they're different lengths. You know, I put on moisturizer and jojoba oil, and my skin is still sucking this up like it was ice cream or something. Oh, perimenopausal. I swear.
Oh, look at how super thin that fucking brow is.
Nice.
Oh, did you, Muriel? That's awesome. I was so fucking hyped after that like even yesterday, Vixie was messaging me and I was told her, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm out in the yard mowing right now. And I was fucking sitting there just dancing up a damn storm out in my yard. My neighbors probably thought I was fucking psychotic, but that's
That makes me so happy.
What day did you do that?
What day did I do that? Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Cherry Rants.
I can see if I can stop by during that because I don't work on Mondays. Hey.
Awesome.
If you ever want to jump up, feel free. If there's something you want to rant about that's not religious or political, by all means, please come on in.
Yep. Those are really the only two things I say. Please don't bring that to the channel.
Get the baby news. I'm going to
tell him about what you were talking about, and he said, send it to me. Nice! We actually had a really good response to that that show. And I was shocked because I didn't think we were going to get that kind of response. Like, there were so many people in the audience.
Yep.
And we got a lot of traction on the replay. I mean, and don't take this as a derogatory statement, for as small of a channel as we are, that actually pulled a lot of traffic.
Nice.
No, we are a small channel, and our traffic numbers, like bigger channels, don't get our traffic numbers. Which means that the people who do subscribe to us are very loyal, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
Absolutely. There were actually 17 at one point in the chat. We stayed between 12 and 17 the whole time.
Actually, 14. Once we hit 14, it was 14 and 17 the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, holy cat. That's
right. Like really I was shocked. We
have gotten up to 23 before, but we've never stayed that high up.
Right.
The whole show.
I think that was Bitches with Switches night too.
Yes, it was. Bitches with Switches had the highest so far. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, some of the bigger channels where kind of start. Their shows usually start real big, but they don't usually carry that all the way through. So.
Justin even watched it.
Yay! He was one of those numbers I couldn't figure out who it was.
Yeah, if it was somewhere from like Colorado or Utah within the last couple of days, that was Justin.
We also have a really good split on our viewers, male and female, and like almost 50-50, not quite, but really close. And the age groups are like 13 to 23.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes from like 29 to 38 or something like that. So we have two very big markets there. What I was looking for.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who showed and everybody who did the rewatch, because like I said before, without y'all, we wouldn't be doing this.
It's the truth. Well, we'd probably be doing this, just not in public.
Right. I wouldn't be putting this shit on my face nearly as much.
Oh, no. This is starting to get... I was teasing last year when we started the channel. I was like, you guys made me go out and buy more makeup. You know how long it's been since I've had to buy more makeup?
I actually have to buy more makeup. Like, I have to go get more foundation. I need to go get a different concealer because the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, it's good for some people, but it's not good for me.
I don't care for it.
And then I need more lash glue. Already.
Sade Lady is my favorite concealer. SADE Lady. And it's not that expensive. But it works. Which is, the point of the story.
course my left one's going to be higher than my right one, but you guys are cockeyed and can't tell, so just don't look at my eyebrows. It's okay.
Just
They're
tilt your
never
head
the
a
same.
little.
Well, and on top of that, whatever your dominant hand is, your opposite eyebrow naturally is going to be higher.
Mine are just completely different shape of each other. It really bothers me sometimes.
Mine too.
Especially when I'm doing eyeliner.
If I actually let them... Okay, so my eyes are very differently shaped altogether. Like, yes, they're both monoliths. However, one is my mother's and one is my father's. And this one is my mother's and this one is my father's.
Huh.
And because
like
of the
people-
shape of them, and my eyebrows are two different shapes as well, but because of that, when I do my makeup, I get the, oh my God, you look like a butterfly, because that's the only way that I can figure out how to do mine with the way that I do it, because it's really hard to fake a cut crease on these fucking eyelids.
You have
Because my lids are down here. You see where these lids are?
Yeah, you have
Where'd they go? They're gone. They're just gone. See you later.
From the from my modeling, I can't not hold my eyebrows up when I'm in,
Right.
especially when I'm talking. My eyebrows just go right away. So that's one thing they drilled into me. Liz, how are you doing, honey? It's been forever and a day since I've seen you.
Hello, even though we've never met.
She's a sweetie patootie. She used to be, when I had my agency, she was part of my agency.
Oh.
And she's also played Minecraft with us on the Java side.
Ah.
I don't know if I said hi yet to anybody because I'm shy.
Oh, we'll get you past that around here.
You're already getting better.
Hi, everybody.
I notice.
Myrtle, if you're going drugstore and you want more pigment than shadow, NYX has a really good palette at Walmart that's more pigment than shadow, and it's multicolored. Like, there's all sorts of pretty bright colors in there.
I'm trying to think.
Trust and believe, I understand the being on a, and I'm not saying that Myrtle is, but being on a budget and a limited income.
Yep. And this palette, if you want it, this is palette, which I need
That's
to
another
replace
good one too that you can order from Amazon.
Everything on this one.
Yeah, here.
This is $8 right now on Amazon. Plus, I think there's a 15% coupon too.
Hell yeah.
So it's
like
real
when I
cheap.
bought this one, it was like, I think when I bought it for myself, it was like $6 plus tax.
Yeah, when I bought it for me, it was like 12.
When I got it for doll, it was like $9.
Yeah. So it's nice. I like it. I like this palette.
Color Fusion's on your
I
wish
was
list.
pleasantly surprised by it. What am I looking for? Oh, angle brush. It's on your wish list? Yeah. And this is the one I always tell people. This was my first palette because I've always bought, we called them pods. People call them pots. They're like this because I grew up in the theater and doing modeling and stuff. So when we buy color, we buy the color we need and we buy it in abundance.
Mm-hmm. The lighting in here is terrible.
That's okay. It's go to where they have the NYX. It's NYX makeup. It's only like this big, but it's got a bunch of different colors in it.
I was gonna say, is it like a 6er or something?
No, it's got more than 6 in it.
Oh wow, little ones.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's 16 pan.
Do what?
I think it's a 16 pan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, granted, the pans are super tiny, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least you get an idea what it's like, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I had one of their like rainbow 16 pan ones a long time ago. And it's really decent.
Mm-hmm.
I find anytime you get any kind of affordable makeup too, the colors that are going to hit the best are going to be your warm tones, like your reds and oranges. So,
Mm-hmm. All the ones I'm allergic to, but use anyway.
right.
She's a glutton for punishment.
Well, not only that, but I'm like, I'm at that point where I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to pay the repercussions, and also I'm hoping one day my body goes, oh, we've used this so much that we're just
We just don't care anymore. We built up tolerance.
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice if that really happened? What's going to happen is you're going to find a foundation or a primer
Mm-hmm.
that won't let it soak through. But, that's going to be an expensive
Well, and that's
one.
typically why I stay with Tarte, the Shape Tape for the concealer, because it is such full coverage. And granted, it's $30
You and I really need to get Hyde
for a
so
little
we can
bottle
test
like
it
that.
out.
We need to what? Did you
Get
say we need to
Hyde.
get high? Oh.
Hyde, Hide.
I don't know why I thought you said high. I was like, Vixie. I mean, by all means, if that's what you want to do, we can do that.
Let's do that tomorrow. Okay? Right now.
Okay.
Now I saw a drag queen use this. There's a SpongeBob. I'm not a SpongeBob fan. I know it's like people are like, "You're what?" I'm like, "Nah, never been a SpongeBob." But there's a SpongeBob SquarePants makeup.
Yeah.
Set at Walmart. I don't know who does it. It might be Elf. I'm not sure. Don't quote me because I'm not sure. But I saw drag queen use all of the products from there during a live, and those were some pretty nice pigments in there. I was surprised, especially the yellow. Yellow is kind of a telltale.
It's kind of like purple. It's really hard to blend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it like the purples and the yellows in this palette, the fusion one, I like them. I like all of them. I was shocked. The reason I got this palette was for yellow because I didn't own any at all. It's like, oh wow, this is, and I had a character, the angry eyebrow coconut from Moana was what we were doing. If y'all were wondering. It was fun, but I needed yellow. I did a lot of orange and red and brown, but I needed yellow for highlight. Also, these little You Can Be palettes, like Fruit Punch and stuff like that, these aren't as... They're not as deep of a pigment, but they are really good. The colors are really good, and their shimmers in there are really nice. I don't do a lot of shimmers because I'm old. And shimmers will show off every wrinkle and imperfection you have in your skin. I had to learn that the hard way because I have always used shimmer powder throughout my career because I liked it. And then once I had a picture taken of me in a nightclub, and that ended real fast after I saw that picture. It's like, oof, that tells a different story when I'm not standing in my bathroom.
Yeah, even at my age, shimmers have their place in certain places.
Yeah, you have to be careful where you put them, especially like, I like right here in the corner, but on the nose.
Right.
If I get it on the corner, my eyelids are doing this crazy creping thing. I hate it so much. But it's getting old. There's really nothing. And don't tell me eye cream, because let me tell you, I've talked to dermatologists, and eye creams are just moisturizers that make you pay more money for.
Uh-huh.
And some of them put menthol in them. I'm thinking, I'm not putting menthol near my eye. I can't get my eyes to stop watering to begin with.
Well, and here's another thing is people are always talking about they need to find the perfect face mask. I can give you a recipe for a perfect face mask and you're going to think I'm insane because it's egg whites and mayonnaise.
Yeah, I can't use it. It's too much egg.
But it's just the whites.
I know, but I break out just touching the shell.
Oh.
So the contact is really exciting. Yeah, so much so that the hubby, when we did have chickens, hubby's like, I'll do the eggs. You just do the feed. I'll do the eggs. Because I would still pick them up because I grew up doing it, so I just don't care. It goes away. But it's kind of like that, what's it called? Where you like touch your skin and you get red. There's a name for that. Anyways, there's this thing where you touch, if you like tap your face or like scratch your arm, it'll be red and welty. It doesn't really hurt, but it looks terrible. It's kind of the same thing with eggs for me. When I worked in restaurants, I always wear gloves when I was young because that's the, when you're feeding 300 plus people, that's a lot of eggshells.
Yeah.
Because I didn't use the liquid stuff because I think that's gross. But our hospital kitchen was ranked number 5 for the best food in the United States out of hospital kitchens.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I said, you know what it is? It's because I demand fresh food, like real eggs, fresh produce every morning. It's important.
I walked in after a brunch shift Sunday because I work at night. I work at 3 o'clock.
Right.
Where they open at like 10 in the morning, and they had a 15-gallon bucket of just eggshells. And I was like, "You guys were busy, huh?" I'm like, "That's disgusting. That's so many eggs."
Actually, on Sundays, I had one girl who that's all she did.
Yeah, we have one person that does eggs.
It's just eggs. That's all she did on Sundays. That was our busiest day for breakfast. Because everyone was coming to see their family.
Brunch seems to be the busiest shift in general.
Oh, yeah. When I could get brunch shifts at when I worked for the restaurants, I would always take them because I get good tips, too. Because little old men and women love to flirt with me.
Mm-hmm. See, little women fucking hate me, so I work Sunday nights.
Now, I have to say, the best tips I ever made were pre-Starbucks coffee houses. Pre-Starbucks, though. And mostly it was the AA and NA bikers. They were oh my God, they took care of me. So much so I never even noticed when I didn't get paid because they paid all my bills. The second best was gay bars, bartending. Yeah. If you want to make money in the service industry, it's really bartending.
Yeah, my gay people took like mad crazy.
Oh yeah.
See, the funny thing is when I did hair, the lower my shirt was cut, the more women would tip me because they thought I needed to go buy more shirts that covered my boobs. And of course, I'm wearing the push-ups that are like 2 times your actual cup size. So my boobs are like in their face and they're like, so you need to go buy more clothes. And I'm like, oh, thanks. No, thank you. But I'll go buy more shirts like this.
So I got these bralettes and I wear them for my Mrs. J and my Harley when I do them. Oh, and people are like, well, why do you wear the sports bra under them? Because the girls won't stay in them without the sports. They just go whoo, right out of there. They're technically the right size, but they're really not. It's a lie. And now trying to find a new one. I'm trying to find a different one that's more red. And man, it's hard to find any that are like that. All the bralettes have the lacy ones, and I want like a sports bralette. And some lady tried to tell me that I was never going to find it. I said, you know, for a while I did sell bras at Lane Bryant. I actually do know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. Jesus, why are
I
they
used to
badgering me?
I used to tell women that they were wearing the wrong size bra almost 40 times a day.
So, there for a while on my For You page on TikTok, it was all about women and getting the right, being able to measure yourself to the right bra size.
Oh, yeah.
And I did that, and they
Yeah.
don't fit right.
Well, that's there because you probably need a different style. There's like 5 different style concepts
Look,
too.
this bitch needs push-up, okay? Lots of push-up. Because, you know, itty-bitty titty committee over here.
I'm a 48K.
I have no
Jeebus lady.
Yeah. So yeah, when like he used to give me hell, which I never post there anymore. So if you guys are looking for me there, don't. A lot of people actually have deleted their accounts there.
I did. Fuck
A
those
lot of my
guys.
friends. But they're like, it's too sexual. I said, why? Because I have cleavage? I mean, I don't shoot below the middle of my breast. Anyway, so even if I was wearing nothing, technically I still would be within
You were never where, Muriel?
so they said, well, you know, you can only show a third, or you can only show half of your cleavage, like half your breast and no nipple. I'm like, dude, you're only getting like a third, maybe not even that. And they try to argue with me, and I'm like, I'll send you proof.
I'll send you
a
pictures
picture
of these
my
monsters.
tatas in a heartbeat. They didn't think that was such a good idea.
Oh, unlike you, that's okay. You're not missing much. And then Clapper, I swear to God, my For You page on Clapper, all that is literally just fucking bitches on stripper poles.
Yeah.
And by all means, if you can do that, do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah. And if that's your thing and you want to watch that, that's where you need to go. It's like I'm on just about every one of the small video ones.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I devoted about 2.5 years to almost 3 years to and they screwed me. Is basically what it comes
Hey,
down
Mike.
to.
Hi.
I was just talking about you, Mike. Were your ears burning?
Stripper
Before the
pole.
show in the green room. Yeah, stripper pole. No kidding.
That's what brought him in.
Probably. Did somebody say titties? Oh yeah, we did, didn't
What?
we? Yeah, exactly. Like a
Heard
puppy.
magic word.
Mhm.
You should have seen Justin's reaction the first time we were in public, and he was looking at this chick, and I walked up. I was like, "Yeah, dude, she's got a nice rack." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "I enjoy titties too."
Yeah, really.
That's not polite.
Hubby and I point out girls all the time to each other. We were doing that before we were even dating.
And more.
Just drove off the road for a second.
You got to be careful when you watch this show, Mike. You know better. Hey, Mike, do you have the file for
The
multipass from Fifth Element for your printer? Because if you do, we need to talk.
We need to talk.
I mean, we've been talking about other stuff to print, but that's one of the things we need to talk about.
And I will explain to you why she's saying that. Okay. Because of the mandates that are coming out for the vaccine, my trucker is looking at possibly having to be vaccinated to keep his medical card. And I told him when that happens, there's a guy on Etsy who 3D prints out the multi-pass card holders, and I'm ordering myself one. And Vixie said, "Oh no, we'll talk to Mike."
Mm-hmm.
I can get it. It's just on Thingiverse, or it's on Thingiverse.
Oh,
Sweet.
cool.
I would rather give somebody that comes to the show my money versus somebody that Doesn't.
Actually, Mike and I are working on some ideas I have for merch that I would be selling on my Instagram.
Ooh.
I have some designs that I need to get out there. I have some jewelry ideas. And
I
some
gave
other
Dane
stuff.
and Shiz your contact info, by the way.
Awesome. There's another thing is that I'm working on is for some of us who can't get anything on print on demand because they don't carry our size. I'm looking to get the very small sizes and very large sizes done outside, and that's what she's talking about. Because I love all y'all, and I don't care how big or small you are. You should have a shirt too.
Yeah.
I want a hoodie.
I did find when Shiz and I first started my my line, my merch line. She found, I think it's Teespring goes up to 5X.
That's what Teespring goes up to 6.
Okay.
X actually, then that's who we use. And that was one of the reasons that I ended up choosing them. It took me almost 3 years to go through like all these sites.
Right.
Because y'all know me. First of all, I'm cheap.
It's not even about the cheap.
Second of
about
all,
the
I want everybody to
research.
have access and quality. I don't want it to fall apart. If I'm buying something. Right now, I'm still looking at different makeups for the makeup line too.
I need to start
Pretty
doing
sure.
merch.
Say that again?
I need to start doing some merch.
Well, if you want to test out, you can always throw like 1 or 2 up on the Planet Flipside. I'll just reimburse you for it.
Okay, cool. So I don't know how any of that works.
Cool.
This is why I have people that do that for me.
I
And it wasn't even my idea to do a merch line. What had happened was Shiz actually sent me a personalized hoodie, and everybody was like, "Where do we get that?" And I was like, "Ah." And Shiz says, "Oh, don't worry, honey. I got that covered. Here's your. I just need
Here's
your
your
email and a
site.
password and everything."
fuck
And
yeah.
I said, "Okay." And most of the designs on my merch site, she actually owns the trademark for them. But there's like 5 of them on my merch site that I actually came up with the idea for.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, trying to get this woman to take money when she, hands over everything is a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
And she actually started charging people to do web design because that's what she went to, that's what she does. She does website designs. And one of these days, I'm going to send her a fucking fat check, and she's not going to be able to tell me no, and she's not going to be able to return the motherfucker.
Right.
Because if she tells me no, I'll send it to her husband, and I'll be like, look, put this in your bank and don't say shit.
Just do it.
Now, like my first year on my commission, Spreadshirt made a lot more than I did.
Mhm.
Yeah, when she told me her percentile, I was like,
I was wrong on that, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It's actually
told
more
me
than
later.
I thought, but still.
Teespring's the best on that one. I know that because I went to everybody else.
Well, we use Spreadshirt, and I haven't even... We have an account with Teespring. We just haven't fucked with it.
It takes a little bit. It's not user-friendly. I'll give you all that. Teespring is not user-friendly. You have to kind of know what your shit a little bit.
Right.
Or at least be not afraid to screw up.
And really,
Which
the only time that I
I'm
really
not.
bring up the merch line is when they come out with something new, because I'm like, yeah, there's a link in my bio you guys can go to, but... And let me tell you, I got fucking banned for 24 hours on 2 accounts on TikTok, and I freaked the fuck out because I thought they were going to Thanos my ass. And I was like, the thousands of hours that I have put in, all of my audios that have hit, all of the drafts that I have, oh, fuck my life.
See, the thing that I would lose is my drafts, which I don't like. Because I can't download my drafts, which I
Well,
was
you
able to do.
can, but the problem being is you can set them to private and you can post them so you can save the audios or whatever. And you can save the videos. But the problem after that is if you put them back for everyone to see, they go back to the date that you put them under private. So they don't get views.
Yeah, which sucks.
You saw my video on which one, which account? Because there's 3 of them.
All of them, I did. You know me. You like came up 3 times, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, this is another account. Okay.
Well, and the funny thing was, it's like, okay, so when I appealed it the first time on the main account,
yeah,
they were like, oh, well, this doesn't violate community guidelines, so we're going to go ahead and give you back the video, but you're on a 24-hour posting ban.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And then it was, I put it up on my backup account, and that got like taken down like faster than the first one. And I was like, okay, well, I'll appeal it because they'll give it back to me because they did on the first account. No, those motherfuckers said it violated community guidelines on my backup. I was like,
see, and that's where I become pissed off.
so
because that just yells, hey, rules are not the same for everyone. And I hate that.
So I turned around and I was like, okay, motherfuckers. Well, I'm just going to go take over the cat's account for right now. I'll just be over here. And it was funny because their 24 hours apparently is like 26.
Yeah. All right. I need to not frack with any of this for a few minutes. Oh, cool. Let me see here. Button. Who's got the button?
I think that's a reason why I try to stay so neutral on my makeup page is because I'm afraid that it's going to get taken away from me.
Well, I used to back up everything when I was doing when I was on TikTok the first time I was on TikTok. And Likey and Instagram, all that's perfect. Sorry. I've just been, I'll share with you guys so you can see it.
Well, and it was, I called her a text Carrie and I was like, dude, she's like, what? I was like, did you just report that video? And she was like, what are you talking about? You know, I wouldn't report your video. I didn't even get to see the notification that you tagged me in anything. And I was like, oh, TikTok's up to its bullshit. I got a fucking Karen somewhere that's watching both accounts.
Yeah, or all of them. Let's see if I can get this up here to show you guys. So Mike just sent me. You can tell he's watching us because it's in the screenshot, but so it looks like that. It's Lulu Dallas's multipass. So the part that says Lulu, you can't see it.
We can't see it.
I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Let me get back there now so I can move it.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
Yeah, that part that says multipass Lulu Dallas, that part's paper and slips in. So I think those are the coolest name tags.
So glad I didn't throw my Vax card away thinking it was trash.
Do you know there are people out there that are actually, they purchase lots of the vaccination cards and they are selling them to people on the internet?
Yeah, those are
that aren't vaccinated.
Fucking crazy felonies is what that is.
Well, that's like
really
getting a script pad. It's actually gonna be good maybe 1 or 2 times, but after that you're screwed. Because they're gonna know. You people, they're gonna know.
Well, and here's my view on it. Whether you're vaccinated or not, that is up to you. That is your personal decision. I don't care either way. I'm going to do it in support of my trucker. Otherwise, I would not be doing it because I have beliefs like there needs to be more medical research. But that's my opinion. Okay?
Right.
You're also talking to somebody who refuses to get a flu shot because every time I've ever seen anybody get a flu shot, they get the fucking flu.
Well, and that's normal, actually. I can't get the flu shot because the egg-based boil when they make it.
Right. But
I stopped breathing. We did that once. We're never
yeah,
doing
we don't
that
need
again.
anaphylactic shock over here.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, we did that once, and we learned our lesson. That took a lot of Benadryl to fix that one.
And I have waterproof sticker printer paper and Cricut so you can do labels. Sweet!
Like, you are so cool. I'm telling you.
The coolest.
But when I found out that there's people out there forging fucking Vax cards.
No, people forge all paperwork.
Well, and I know that, but still, like,
it just seems
the amount of
ridiculous.
profit that the one lady made was insane.
Yeah.
So no, I think for like $500 a pop or something like that.
No, they were. She had a lady who was selling them for, I can't remember what it was, but she sold 300 cards in New York in a day and made like $30K.
God damn.
So they were like $1,000 a piece, if not more. My math is just fucked off right now, by the way.
Something like that.
Kira, I'm telling you right now, he's going to refuse, but at some point he's either going to have to do it or they're not going to give him his medical card. Because that's what it's boiling down to. And it's stupid that it's boiling down to that because they give you the choice for everything else, but now all of a sudden they're mandating it.
Well, for medical card, see, I can understand the medical card thing more than the government thing, and here's why. And this is as close to political as I'm going to get about it. Medical card thing, see, wait, there it is. I couldn't find the place where
yeah, in order to be, you can have a CDL, okay? But they also have to where you have to do a physical every year to prove that you're medically fit to drive a commercial vehicle.
Right.
And that is government mandated.
Right. But when it comes to health...
Fuck around, I know.
When it comes to health benefits and stuff like that, medical benefits, okay, I don't know if y'all know this, but insurance is like gambling. It's not like gambling. It is gambling. You're betting that you're gonna get sick.
You put the disclaimer in the thingy today?
I put it in all of them now.
Okay.
And,
just making sure.
And the insurance company's betting you won't get sick. Because if you don't get sick, they make the money. If you do get sick, you make the money.
Right.
It's very simple if you think of it like that.
Yeah, it's a DOT physical.
It's very exciting. It's very, very, very simple. So I can see where a lot of them would say, you need to get this or we're not insuring your ass because we don't want to deal with paying for your medical bills.
Right.
That's it. Like I said, that's as political as it gets for me. And what it comes down to in the very, very end is your choice.
Also, by the way, guys, there is a new disclaimer that is on every show that I was asking Dixie about just momentarily ago. Anything that we talk about as far as our views are strictly our views.
Right. They
are opinions, no more, no less. If you get offended by them, that's your fucking problem, not ours.
Basically, I had to be an adult and do legal stuff the other day. Make sure our asses weren't.
We had a CDL driver he set up his DOT physical after our monthly safety meeting. He blew a .18 at the physical, got fired, and yep, that will happen. Are like bookies, except they welch on the bets. Yep. And Muriel, that's exactly why I was going to not do it. However, in support of Justin, I'm going to, because I don't believe there's been enough research done on it. But that's my personal view. And I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do it. I think it's up to you. Do you see our picture, Vixie? Did you see our picture, Vixie? Oh, from the meetup?
Yes.
He knew he had the physical and he set up the appointment. That's fucked off. Like, he knew he was going to get fired.
He might have been looking to sue.
Well, the thing is he can't sue for that though, because if he made the appointment and he showed up intoxicated, that's on him. That's not on the company he works for. That's not on the person, the physician giving the physical, regardless of what kind of physician it was, because you can go to a chiropractor for your DOT physical, by the way.
I miss my chiropractor. Well, I miss my DO. You don't have many of those anymore.
Mm.
My DO was everything because Doctor, you're a osteopath. That's what that means. They're basically, they got their MD and then took more classes and became a DO.
Right.
So he was my chiropractor and he was my dermatologist.
He was your everything.
I liked him. His name was Doc Frazier. His son was cool too. He was a doctor too, but that's back where I grew up. I miss him. Because you just show up, you know?
Right. Your sound went out. You're going to have to go out and come back in.
So my sound went out on my laptop just before getting ready for Cherry Rants on Monday. And I almost lost my mind. But when I signed into the green room, I put my headsets on and I could still hear through my camera through the green room. So
Restart your
we
device.
were good.
Yeah.
My computer still has no audio. That's because we hooked up my laptop to a big screen over here on my left. And it has speakers on it. So if I don't have it on, the audio is not going anywhere. Hubby's like, you forgot to change your speakers over. And I'm like, you know what? Don't do that. This is actually better. Now that I know what's going on, I can turn them on when I need them. But when we're doing shows, I can do the audios for things like the games we play, any of the game night stuff, any of the computer or Switch gaming we do.
Yeah.
And not have the echoing.
Do you see all the details she's putting in those butterflies?
I know. I am. I was looking. I was lazy.
Beautiful.
I did death curls and was like, I'm done.
I still have my lips and my I gotta I don't know where
so
I put
y'all
my
know
lashes.
this is like classic goth. I have pink and white as my highlight and black death curls. See, Neil Gaiman's Death is a female who has this little curl on her eye. If you didn't know that. And then I tried to put a little extra blush on and I smeared over here. It was exciting, but I got it.
Got it.
Q-tips and spit. I know that sounds gross, but sometimes
no, I do that all the time.
We all do it.
Yeah.
Like if I want to wet my brush and I don't have a spray that I actually, feel like I just fucking.
Well, in all honesty, everything else is too runny wet, I guess.
Yeah.
And it'll just run down your makeup.
Yeah.
Crap. My camera's trying to go out.
We all got runny noses.
Bubba says I got a sinus. Actually, I have allergies. This time of year is the worst for me.
Mm.
And I tried to change my flavor on my vape, and I can't vape because it doesn't taste right.
You have to let it sit for a while.
No, it just doesn't taste right. But I tried to eat a chicken nugget earlier today, and it didn't taste right. I put a new coil in.
Oh, so it's probably because your coil still has I change my coil out like every couple of weeks, and even if I use a different flavor, like I have to let it set for a while before and then I tried a new flavor, and I don't know if I like it. Oh,
because when I was doing the bang bars, I really liked cherry lemonade. It was like my favorite, and I got that from this new place, and I don't think I like it. It's too fruity. I don't know how else to explain it. I have a whole bunch of oils I don't know what I'm going to do with.
You have a
They're
snoring
not
dog
like
on your lap.
huge, but because I got the little samples, but still, I'll probably just keep them around for emergencies. Oh, you know what? I think I have a Bang bar. One of the peppermint ones around here somewhere. That's probably what I should do. I should just get peppermint and not even try other ones anymore. Candy canes. I like candy canes.
I think my cigarettes are about to be adios in like a couple of years, so I figure that's when I quit.
And the funny thing is, I quit smoking just before the tax rate that like doubled them. Like I was paying $1 or $3 for a pack of cigarettes. And the day before it went up, I didn't know it was going up. I just decided I was going to quit. And the next day, Hubby looked at me and goes, "You quit, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Good, because they're like double." And no, they're not. There's no way anyone's going to pay $7 for a pack. Holy
There are people that
cats.
pay upwards of $15 for a pack of cigarettes.
I remember when I paid 99 cents a pack.
I think mine were like $5 when I started smoking.
Mine were $2. And that was for Marlboros.
Yeah.
I smoked them Newports.
Oh, I smoked Newports forever and ever and ever.
I love them, but I should hate them, shouldn't I?
Oh, my neighbor's out there revving up their fucking race car again.
Let me go talk to them.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Like real penis.
I have a flavor called Fruity Pebbles, and I have a flavor called Tropical Punch, because this whole vapey thing is new to me. And because I was out of my anxiety meds for a year and a half, and things were getting tight, guys. I'm telling you, I thought I was gonna have to like Baker Act myself for a while there. So I started vaping a little bit, but you know, self-medicating. Do what you will. Go see a doctor. I finally did. I did get back on my meds though, so I very.
What I will tell you about vaping is this: it's expensive at first because you got to pay for the mod, you've got to pay for your coils, you've got to pay for. Well, they come with coils, but typically, like, I don't like the coils that they put in there because they don't have enough. Like, I'm a quad coil kind of girl, but you've got to pay for your juice. And it's expensive. Like, if you walk into a store, you're not going to walk out of a store with a full-fledged mod. Like, this part alone, right here. The mod itself. Because I didn't get a kit. Well, it was a kit. I'm a liar. But I changed out the tank on it. This right here was $110. Now, yeah, you can get them on the internet cheaper, and you also have to buy batteries. However, I'm an instant gratification kind of girl. So when I walk into the shop that I go to, it's what do you do? And I have spent a lot of money on mods between me and the trucker.
But it's investment.
It is mine.
But here's the thing: is when you're spending
$25,
right? When you're spending $600 to $700 a month just on cigarettes, and you can turn around and cut that in half.
Yeah, when people were telling me how much they were spending on cigarettes, and then telling me how much they're spending on now, I, on the other hand, have spent a total of maybe $70,
right?
And I will probably be set for 6 months, but that's because I don't do it often. I very don't do it often. I also have a low I have what's called a 3 nicotine
Your nicotine
level.
level's a 3.
Yeah, and so I'm not. The more levels you have, the more nicotine you have, just so you know. And
right, the higher your nic level is, the more nicotine you have. Like Justin's he's at a 12, which is about standard. Now, when we quit smoking, I was only smoking 3 packs a week. Okay. And he was smoking 3 packs a day.
That's where I was too.
That's insane. I think I smoke a lot. I smoke a little over a pack. And I'm just like, that's a lot.
Well, yeah, but I was basically at that point working at home and painting a lot, doing a lot of artwork.
Uh-huh.
And I would just smoke while I was painting. I wouldn't even notice
Yeah,
that I
now
was lighting up.
Smoking half of those cigarettes. You're just doing it to do it.
I know. It's an oral fixation.
and it's also a hand fixation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. And Mel will tell you all about me
I
clicking
think,
stuff.
in all honesty,
I'm
we
a clicker.
probably we went from spending upwards of $700
Hey Chrissy.
a month buying cigarettes to maybe $300 a month between the two of us for our juice and for our mod or for our coils.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, I need to get an onion from my pocket because I've gotten to the age where I'm like, it's how much?
Yeah.
So I know I'm getting old because I get confused. We'll walk in somewhere and I'll be like,
Well, and here's the
when
thing
did
is, like
this
I
get
said,
expensive? Like Spam. When did Spam get expensive? Spam
Well, and-
used to be
okay.
poor people food.
right. So, and here's
Weird.
another thing about vaping is the Big Brother has stepped in and mandated to where they can't do they can do 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 24 level for your nicotine. They can't do like 1, 2, 4. You have to actually buy 2 different juices and mix them or buy a nicotine additive.
Mm-hmm.
So my next step, honestly, is to go, because I'm at a 3 and I want to get down to like a 1. So I'm going to have to buy
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too.
a bottle
some
of a
zeros.
3 and a bottle of a 0 to make it's going to be like a 1.5. And eventually I'm going to get to the point where even though it's still going to be at least a 1 nicotine level, I'm still going to continue with this until I can't anymore because I like the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
And with no nicotine in it, you
the
have
oral
almost
fixation
no flavor.
and the hand fixation, the
Mm-hmm.
tactile responses.
You quit cold turkey? No, I can't do that. I quit. Nope. So I went from literally.
I went cold turkey on cigarettes for.
I couldn't.
15 years.
I had to have something like I you know the 1% of people that do Chantix and end up homicidal.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
I literally tried to kill people after when I took it. But what I did was I literally told myself, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up with the mod and we're going to make all this investment and we're not going to quit this. We're going to give up cigarettes. And I literally went from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've had 3 cigarettes in 2 years.
Nice.
And that was within my first 8 months of quitting.
Well, and the other thing for me is I had talked to, it didn't seem like a big deal to me. I just decided one day I'm done.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember exactly why I did it. I just decided I was done. And I've been smoking since I was like 14.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up on a farm and that's what everybody did, okay? Don't judge. And nobody cared because everybody knew you went to go get back cigarettes. They figured you're getting them for your dad or your grandfather or something. They don't care.
Right.
Because we lived in the middle of nowhere. So I've been smoking for quite a few years. Am I glitching?
On my screen.
Okay, cool. And I just decided one day I was like probably 32. So 14 to 32, I'd been smoking pretty constantly my whole life. And I said, I'm done. And about 6 months later, I was telling a psychiatrist, because I was getting eval, that I quit smoking. They said, oh, how did you do it? And I said, I decided to quit.
Your willpower has a lot to do with it.
And she's like, you know what the problem is? You're really smart and you have control issues. And in this case, those control issues actually did good by you. Just
Yeah, because I'm not ready to quit.
And that's another thing is you have to be ready. You can't force yourself to do it if you're not ready. I was 39 years old. It was my 39th birthday when we decided, because Justin was talking about, I want to quit, I want to quit, I want to quit. And I told him, okay, so what do you want to do? You want to quit cold turkey and be an asshole, or do you want to find something that will work? And he said, I want to find something that will work. So I researched from the time, I think I was 38 until, no, I'm sorry. He started talking about it 2 years before we quit. So I was 37. I researched it for 2 years. I talked to everybody that I knew that vaped. I did online research, and I finally said, okay, the day before my 39th birthday, I was like, we're walking into this shop and we're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm ready. I said, good thing, because I am too. And he's talked about, you know, he wants to quit vaping at some point. And I was like, good luck with that. I like it too much.
Yeah, right. I love it. I couldn't. I shouldn't. I do.
Yeah.
And I know people that they vape and they smoke, and I'm like, I don't know how you can do that.
I think that it makes me sick sometimes if I over vape.
Yeah, because
like,
you're
nauseous.
too much nicotine in your body.
Yeah. So
you can actually overdose on nicotine.
Oh yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I've been to parties where people would put their cigarette butts out in beer bottles.
Ugh.
And watch somebody drink that and have to be taken to the hospital right quick.
Ugh. It's so nasty.
It's so gross.
You did smoke. You did. Well, that's.
I did about the same thing. Mine was more like almost 18 years, and then I started vaping. But I started vaping because I didn't have my anxiety meds.
Now, granted, vaping is not the healthiest way to quit, but it's a healthier.
Vaping is not healthy. Period. Let's call
it's healthier than smoking, but I'm not going to down people for smoking either. Because I did it for 24 years.
Here's the thing. Everything you put in your body is poison, and your body reacts to it.
The air you breathe at this point is poison.
Yep. And how your body reacts to it is whether you want to do it again or not. People are like, why do I have hangovers? Because you put too much poison in your body.
Yeah.
And if you like that, the high it gives you, that's the reaction that your body's taking to try to fight the poison, then you do it again. That's why you do it again. That's why some birds eat berries they're not supposed to eat, and some of them overdose and die. Because they like the high. Which is the way it is. So anything.
Half of the food that you eat is poisonous.
All of the food.
But that's because the preservatives and additives that companies
not
put in
just
their
that,
foods.
but some of the in the bacterias in the meat and the chlorophyll in the vegetables. The
tomatoes, for fuck's sake, are natural poison. They're part of a nightshade family.
Yep, they are the nightshade family. They're the closest to nightshade, besides nightshade. I have a nightshade story. So I moved to Florida, right? I don't know the vegetation or the flora or the fauna down here, and it really bothers me because everywhere I live, I could live off the land if I had to. So I went to a friend who grew up here.
Yeah.
And I said, I need you to show me around the woods and, things I can't eat. Let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff that'll kill you down here. Like almost all of it. We were walking through the woods and I went, is that belladonna? And she goes, yeah. I said, I've never seen belladonna growing wild before. I knew what it looked like because I had studied it, but I had never seen it actually growing in the wild before. So it grows out here in the wild, no problem. Everything that can kill you does, though. Alligators, snakes. We have good snakes, though, too. We have really big black racers that eat all the bad stuff.
Sorry, guys, I had to answer a text. It was my landlord.
I know people love tomatoes. I do not like them. I never have.
Nope, it's a texture thing for me.
I think so too, because when I was about probably 4 or 5 years old, we went to one of those buffets so a lot of us who grew up in the early 80s, they used to have these salad bars is what they called them.
Yep.
And they were like high-class buffets.
Yep.
They weren't like Golden Corral. No. This stuff came out like every 5 to 15 minutes.
Yep.
It was curated. It's beautiful, big ice sculptures, stuff like that. And people paid lots of money for it. Well, I was walking around the salad bar and I saw a cherry tomato and I popped it in my mouth and I bit down and it squirted in the back of my throat and I gagged.
Well, it's a
that was
firm
it.
and squishy thing at the same time
That
thing
was
for
it.
me.
I was done.
I was right back. I have to go run to the bathroom
Probably
and I
why
have to go
I
get a
started
wig.
dating women first. You do what with what? No. I don't do that. That's yucky. I've been tricked by a tomato before. Oh. Now, I don't mind cooked tomatoes. I like red sauces, crushed tomatoes.
I hate raw tomatoes, but like pizza sauce.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's me too. Like I put onions, green peppers, and tomatoes go about every dish I make.
Right?
Like I was browning up some ground beef. I had onions and peppers. I was just putting in the tomatoes, and my best friend walked in and he goes, "What you making?" I said, "It's ground beef, peppers, onions, and crushed tomatoes." He goes, "So you haven't decided yet?" So pretty much, I got to go see what kind of starches we got in the. Because you can go anywhere with that.
Is that a mirepoix or something like that?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is that a mirepoix or is that onions, carrots, and celery?
That's onions, carrots, and celery. And we do that a lot too. That's usually, that onions, carrots, and celery we do with pork, chicken, and fish. With beef and anything else that isn't those categories, like goat or whatever. I'm not going to argue with people what you should and shouldn't eat. We use tomato, onions, and green peppers. I presume. Abby, you're too much. I love you. Oh my God. Now, when I planted tomatoes, hubby had to have his own row of tomatoes in the garden. Like, these are your tomatoes. These are canning tomatoes. Leave the canning tomatoes alone. Because he'll just pick them and eat them like nothing. The little cherry ones he eats like grapes, and the big ones he eats like apples. So he used to have his own row. This is the hubby row of tomatoes. Do what you will. Unless when we had rabbits. Rabbits are the best things for tomatoes, just so y'all know. It's the only manure you can use directly on a garden without burning your garden. Because their nitrates are low. But it makes beautiful tomatoes. So if anyone has to come down here to avoid the zombie apocalypse, we're talking about this on Cherry was talking about this. Grab rabbits and chickens as you come down. Keep them alive. We'll call them when they get here, okay? I had a girl. Oh, yes, you did an awesome job. You did a good job there, Cherry.
I still got to put my lashes on.
I like it.
I'm not mad at it.
I just told them that if anyone comes down here for the zombie apocalypse on your way down, just bring as many chickens and rabbits as you can find and keep them alive. We'll call them out when you get here. I will never forget that one farmer's market that I went to get my chickens the first time down here, because I never bought chickens down here in Florida. And you have to go to specialty places. It was weird. I couldn't just go to the feed store. I had to go to anyway, not the point of the story. I said, and different chickens work better in different habitats, just like any farming animal. If you know anything about animal husbandry, a big thing about it is the climate that your animals are going to be living in. Can they survive it? Are they going to thrive? You don't want to have sick animals, because then you don't get what you need out of them. But she said, do you want a rooster? And I said, no, I don't want a rooster. Roosters are evil.
Yes.
And I will eat a rooster before I look at one. And so she gave us all girls, well, what they thought. They can only guess when they're that young, because I got little teenagers. Just turned not chicks. They were no longer fuzzy. And she said, I said, well, what kinds and that she was Benny hens, and I'm like, I'm not doing Benny hens. Benny hens are pretty colored chicken. They're to look at. and they lay eggs that are about this big and blue.
Mhm.
And you have to use like 3 of those eggs for 1 egg in a recipe. Like, I want layers. And she's like, oh, okay. Are you going to recycle them? I looked at my mother. Thank God she was there. I was so confused. I was like, recycle them? I have no idea. And Mom started laughing. She goes, she wants to know if you'll eat them. And I'm like, oh, yeah. If they stop playing, we'll eat them. And she goes, okay, so you want this kind of chicken, this kind of chicken. So there's a lot of work that goes into raising animals, people. You need to do your research. And do not give farm pets as gifts for holidays, please.
No.
If you want to do that, call your local urban farmer because they want them. I got a lot of chickens.
So many people
after Easter. After Easter every year, because people would buy fresh eggs from us, because we had some of the best layers I've ever had. Like, usually a hen will lay for 30 days and then take a week off. It's kind of like having a period, only backwards. And then you got the double yolkers, and then you got that one hen who lays 2 to 3 times a day, and I swear she does it just because she doesn't want to get it, you know?
Yeah.
She's
the hardest motherfucking worker.
She's smart and she knows. Anyway, after Easter, I would get calls, and our bunny population and our chicken population would like double within a week. But I'd get chickens and rabbits I didn't want. Like, I have a useless chicken. It's not even enough to eat. Now I'm feeding the chicken. Oh my gosh.
My landlord's going to look at me like I'm a freak, but she knows I do this, so it's okay.
Oh, your landlord?
Yeah. It's rent day.
My neighbor always comes over and says, ooh, that's right, it's show day.
I was like, hold up. Not my world, thank God. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I specifically wore this shirt today.
Yeah. I was talking to someone, they're like, oh yay, now you got stuff to do, because I got the Lock, Shock, and Barrel. You have stuff to do for Halloween. I'm like, are you kidding? Those are only 3 of the days. I have stuff planned out for 3 days a week for the whole month. Because I planned it out beforehand. Which, it'll be Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Coraline is going to be a new one that I haven't done yet.
How are we going to do button eyes?
Coraline doesn't have button eyes.
Oh. Sorry, I'm a little blonde at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, people actually do give her button eyes sometimes because of the scare factor. She did dream once that she had the button eyes. And if I was going to do that, I would use Stick Right, which is a non-latex spirit gum, which a lot of people use instead of latex or spirit gum because, well, haunters use it. And it's because they move around so much and they have so much costuming and makeup, they sweat and get splashed with stuff, and you know, they need it to not move. But you have to be very careful because taking it off
will rip your skin.
You could take some flesh with it if you're not careful. And thank you, Cherry Snot, for introducing me to that, because I've done almost no FX work because of my allergies to latex. So now I'm starting to prep some stuff. I got some horns that I'm working on that I'm making out of malleable pellets, the plastic pellets that you dunk in warm water and then mold them, and a few other things that I'm working on. It's going slow because I'm an artist and a snob, and if I don't like it, I won't use it.
God, lady.
I'm terrible. I'm like, I don't like that. Gotta start over. So, oh, and wow, we have a big audience. Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
I just glanced at our numbers. I wasn't looking.
Thank you, Myrtle.
So for everyone who's here, we are having some changes in the scheduling, but don't worry, Makeup Table is not going anywhere. We'll still be here Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. So, but Miss Doll got a new job, and we're very excited for her, and we're wishing her well, and she might not be able to be on all of them. Also, if anybody wants to hop on to either a Thursday spinner wheel or a Friday, let me know in the Discord server, Vixie Squad Coffee House, which is down below. And we'll see what we can do. If you want to come play with us,
we have
let
a whole
us know.
bunch of stuff below. What do we have below?
We have a whole bunch of stuff. We have Planet Flipside, and of course I don't have my cup right here. Planet Flipside Market, where we have merch with all our wonderful stuff, which is getting an overhaul soon. I know I keep saying that, but I really do have stuff that I need to
And here's the
launch.
thing about the merch, you guys. Not everything is going to be a forever thing. There is very limited merchandise on the site, so go get it while you can.
So here's an example. We have a Bitches with Switches t-shirt right now. And the only people who are on that Bitches with Switches t-shirt are me, Mel, Doll, and Madness. Now that shirt is going to retire because we need to add Cherry and Polite to that shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a different setup. It's going to be a different look. And that one will be replacing that one. And the other one is going to be vaulted. And it probably will I'm not like Disney. I probably will never bring anything out of the vault. And also in January, we're going to start doing competition for the year shirt. Basically, every year we're going to have a Planet Flipside shirt, and artists, I'm going to open it up to artists to put in their design ideas. So, and then we'll run that shirt just for that year. So it's pretty exciting stuff. You want to go, you want to check it out. We also have Doll's House. There's an S in there, which I always have a hard time.
Doll's House Etsy shop.
Etsy shop, which is all handmade goods from us here at Planet Flipside, and both those shops, all the money goes straight back into the show. The show does cost money to run, so we have to figure out ways to make that. And if you want to support it, please do. Yay! Look at you! Look, it's you! Oh, you did a really good job, honey.
Mm-hmm.
No, latex does not stick to sweat very well. So Hunters,
I'm just finding easy
Have this
stuff to
stuff.
do that I think is within my capable range of doing.
yes, and then maybe in a few months she'll let me like challenge her.
Remember, we're still sticking with we're still just working with Shadow right now.
We're gonna get her some her on face paint.
Eventually, yeah.
We're gonna get her a white and black to start with, and see. Then
Yes.
she's gonna addict it.
I'm
like
gonna
I did to the white.
actually I want to start with white, black, and red.
That's what I did too. Well, white was my first,
Mm-hmm.
black was my second, and then I got red, and now I have blue and yellow also. But on my wish list, there's some pinks and browns and greens and oranges. If
Yeah,
anybody
I
wants
looked
to
at the
love on
pack
me.
that had everything in it, and I was like, I'm not spending $100
That and
It's
those
not
are
tax time yet.
starlights, which are only water activated. You can't use those dry. The Paradise, or did I do that? No, I'm sorry. Those are Paradise, which you can't use those dry. You can only use those wet. I use the Star Blend, which you can't get in a palette, which I'm not
Fuck
happy about,
around. Okay,
because
bye.
you can use those both wet and dry. Kira, have a great day. Be safe. Have fun.
Bye, honey.
We also have down there, my friend Kendra has a site called kendralash.com. She's a visual artist and she makes wearable art. Here's a pair of earrings that I got from her. They're chainmail
Super cute.
and wine stain. They're called the wine stain tips,
Oh, cute.
colored pencils. And if you use the coupon code Vixie Squad no coffee house, it's just Vixie Squad. I don't know
Vixie
why.
Squad.
Vixie, small letters. One word. You get 20% off right now. I don't. That might go down to 10 if you don't hurry up, because she gave it to us at 20 and she might take it back down. I don't know. We just say thank you. And then we have Mashika Creations, and she does custom resin work. And this is my pretty necklace. Let me get it. Where it is.
She's the one who does my
There it
plugs. She's done multiple necklaces for me. I actually have 2 sets of plugs that she's done for me and about 4 necklaces that she's done for me. She does custom art as well as what she already has up on her Etsy shop. If you use the code Cherry Bomb Pop, all big letters, you get 20% off. Which is actually, her stuff is actually really good pricing, and for another 20% off.
Yeah, I was like, I almost didn't take 20% off because I kind of felt bad.
Right.
Like, that's a really.
You don't
really
want to know
prices.
what my discount is. You would shit. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I know. And it's, she does some amazing work. So go check her out. And she's a sweetie Petey. She really is. She is just.
She really is. If you caught Cherry Rants on Monday, I was wearing a heart necklace, and it's heat reactive resin. So it'll go from, it was black, and the closer to heat it gets, the more pink it gets.
Pink's out. Pink's out.
It does. Like, it gets almost fuchsia. It was really awesome.
And again, we have the Vixie Squad Coffee House where Vixie Squad friends, family, and fans get together. Pardon me, to support each other, and you will get notifications on what's going on. And this is a good way if you ever want to step up to one of the tables. We're going to start having Dollhouse on Fridays at 8 p.m. instead of, it's going to be taking the place of After Dark. So if you want to be part of the Dollhouse, you need to get onto the Discord and let us know that you want to be part of the Dollhouse. On Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. we're going to have the Coffee House, which is a similar setup, but different people will be hosting different days. So you never know.
I can absolutely do Sundays, but there may be some Saturdays that I can't.
And Mel said the same thing, and that's fine. This is the Coffee House, the Dollhouse, and the Coffee Houses are really times for everyone to kind of get their feet wet, figure out what it's like, see if they like sitting up on the table. Some people are very pleasantly surprised how much they enjoy it.
I'm addicted.
And I was just gonna say, Cherry got a taste and she couldn't let it down. She's like a dog with a bone, man.
I am literally on every show I can get on just because I adore hanging out with everybody so much.
Yes.
Absolutely.
MC Design. Yes. Look at
and
all
I don't
you
want to
people.
hear this shit about
yes.
I can't do it, because guess what? I said the same shit.
I was just gonna say,
look what I'm doing over here.
Y'all wouldn't be my first either.
And granted, I'm not at everybody who's currently on the table's level, but that doesn't mean that I
I'm not
won't
on everybody's level either.
Everybody's makeup is different.
I was just gonna say, we all have different levels. We are all at different styles and
some
techniques.
of us have a license, and some of us don't because we gave up that license and we never really paid attention to it anyway. But you know,
I need to get mine. I need to do the online one. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can do it online.
Friendly, I bet you'd make a beautiful, beautiful human in makeup.
Yep. I can totally see you in Eyeliner.
Are you okay, Elsie? You're over there looking very concerned.
I'm looking at this. All right, this lipstick I got in a BoxyCharm ages ago, and I really like the formula. I'm looking at it online. I'm like, $26. Go fuck yourself.
Amazon.
I was just looking at it. I was like, Amazon.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Amazon or eBay. One of the two.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes I will even go outside of Amazon and I will Google it, and you'll find sites that have stuff. Because
yeah, I was looking for one of my favorite nail polish shades that is no longer made by OPI. There are people
OPI.
selling
I love OPI.
a bottle for $70 fucking. I was like, I like the color,
black?
but no, it's called it's called Black Tie Optional, and it's black and it has like a purple opaque to it.
Yeah. That's
But
the one I'm talking about
it.
is the same thing, only has a red opaque to it.
Right, and everybody keeps talking about, oh, Lincoln Park After Dark. Lincoln Park After Dark has a brown tone to it. I don't want that.
It's not the same color. Lincoln Park After Dark is a completely different color. OPI is like one of my favorite.
You found the Christmas stocking videos? What? I'm confused. I'm blonde right now. I'm going to be very confused.
You probably have Christmas stocking videos on your page.
Brent, you should let Polite do that. Chrissy, I don't want to hear excuses.
Sweetheart, I have a speech impediment. I lisp. When I get up here, I have taught myself, and sometimes when I'm tired, you can hear it, and I stutter a little. But I've been working on it for a very, very long time. Before every show, I get stage fright. You can ask hubby. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm having stage fright. Once the camera goes on, I'll be fine."
Right. And ask Vixie what happened on Monday night before I went on.
We had a good conversation about how to breathe.
We did. Because I can get up here and I can do this with other people all day long. And I knew I could get on I could get up here and I could do it by myself. It was just natural nerves and my self-doubt. And you know what happened? I had the best fucking show for a first show I could have ever had.
She had the
I just need to remember to look over here at
on
you
this
guys
channel.
versus looking here at myself, because I caught myself when I watched the replay. I look at myself a lot instead of looking at the camera. And I need to train myself to look over here.
But we all do that. You should have seen, if you go back to the first shows, which if you go to the playlist, the ones that say Flipside, which is Flipside, those are most of the original shows that we released. When I would go back and watch those, I'd like write notes, and then Doll and Mel would have to hear me rant about, we had this kind of lag time, we didn't switch topics enough, we didn't do, and you were looking left, and I was like, I was terrible. I'm terrible.
And here's the thing, is like, we'll sit here and we will literally go quiet, all of us, and then one of us realizes it and we try to pick it up.
Somebody get that ball. Somebody dropped it.
Oh shit, we're not talking. Somebody's gonna fucking talk.
Where were we? Clean cut, move down.
Yours is due because due to your I can't read, by the way, my glasses are across the room. Cerebral palsy. But you can do some badass makeup. I have seen your makeup.
Polite, you're officially invited.
3D printing.
Any makeup table, dollhouse, coffee house, and bitches with switches.
Yeah, Polite,
are completely open to you. And if you really want to do family game night, talk to me, honey. Oh, I'm also looking for people who want to do, when we have not another family game night on Saturdays, or Cards Against Humanity on Saturdays. If anyone wants to participate in that on the table, let me know. Those are Saturdays at 8 o'clock when we do not have interviews.
She keeps saying that, so I keep remembering, so I can remind myself to go print out the cards that I bought online.
I'm tricky like that. Ever notice that every now and then everyone's wearing blue on Sundays?
No.
It's called conditioning.
I refuse.
You've done it 3 times, Jerry.
Shut up! Don't tell me that. I'm gonna stop doing it now. It's like when somebody told me that women, when they put mascara on, they open their mouth. I stopped doing it immediately.
Then I realized.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not wanted, we're going to let you know. But everybody in the audience is absolutely wanted. And everybody who watches the replay, too.
Just so you all know, I'm not quiet. I'm just not. Not even in, like, real life. I'm not.
No.
I'm actually probably a little louder.
Sometimes she's louder than I am.
I can get. So I will tell you, if I don't like something, and I'm very diplomatic. I'm not just going to come at you. I promise.
Now, here's where I'm going to argue that, because I said no on the makeup table the other day and said, yeah, you said yes. And I was like, shit, she used the tone.
Because I'm here to push you. There's a difference.
Right. But my main focus was I wasn't trying to right. We do. And the thing was, is I try to stay away from black as far as contour or face color, because I don't want to be accused of doing blackface. Now, granted, the makeup look was not anywhere near that. However, it was my own. I don't want to be accused of something I didn't do.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And
Terry, yeah, you can ask Muriel, and you can ask Myrtle, and you can ask Kira. I am a very loud, natural person because I'm deaf. Like, I have 47% hearing between 2 ears because I can't hear.
Like, I was raised by a narcissist. And I just learned this in the last few months. This is actually a new epiphany.
Polite, you wouldn't survive in my house. I constantly look mad and constantly sound mad.
And I realized that I do the same thing. I worry if somebody's upset. I worry that I can't fix it. I worry that I did something wrong. If I did the dishes, I did something wrong. Like I didn't wash the glasses correctly and put them in the dish dryer correctly, or I didn't fold the towel correctly. It doesn't matter that I did the laundry, dried the laundry, and folded the laundry. It's, did I fold the laundry right? Now, all those things sound neurotic, which they are, but it's because it's the way I was taught. I'm nervous. I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop.
Right.
And it's something
You've been conditioned.
Yes, I've been conditioned, and it started at a very young age, so it's very deeply rooted. And I didn't even realize how much I did it, because I'm a very independent person, so it really pissed me off when I figured out it was going on.
So people are consistently, I've heard this throughout my life, that I'm a very, people wish that they could be the way that I am, because I'm very outspoken and very boisterous and very blah, 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 blah. The funny thing is I'm also very self-conscious. I have a lot of self-doubt, and I'm a very paranoid bitch. So I have both ends of that spectrum, to where I can be on top of a fucking podium screaming my guts out and know that I'm telling the truth, and I'm still going to be paranoid about it.
Well, and then here's mine is a little different, where if I'm on stage, I've been on stage with thousands of people watching me, and it's just me, or me and a backup band, and I have no problem with it. Or me walking down a runway being the largest girl there, and I'm eating it up with a spoon.
Right.
Okay? Put me in a mall.
With people.
And I'm freaking out. My anxiety is over a 15. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's over 15, and I can't breathe. And you know what? In my head, in my forefront of my thought process, I know nobody's looking at me, and nobody cares that I'm there.
It's your own paranoia and your own self-doubt.
Yeah, there's just all these scenarios going on. What was that one? I did an audio, and if you've never experienced anxiety, the best way I can explain it is all the voices in my head are like an improv theater group. With one word, they will come up with more than enough scenarios.
You're fine, Mike.
To fill the day, and all of them will make everyone feel uncomfortable.
We all do the thing where I'm really bad about somebody saying, "Hey, can I talk to you later?" No, you need to talk to me now, because whatever it is, you need to get it out now, because otherwise I'm just going to sit and eat on this, and it's not going to be good, because it's going to, and most of the time it's not even anything to get upset over. That's usually, and I've learned that, and with Cherry, I usually say, "Cherry, I need to talk to you about this, but I don't have time. Can I talk to you in a couple hours?" Absolutely. And she's fine, because I said, this is what I need to talk to you about. Right. So, and it also gives her a little time to do whatever she needs to do. Yeah, like I can go through all the conversations in my head and pick the best one. No, sometimes scripting is good, but a lot of times scripting can be bad too. Because if I get off script and don't know what the script is, I have to remind people, I didn't get your script. Right. So I can't do the right responses that you prepared for. I'm sorry. It's okay. Well, Mike, make sure you tell Amber I said, I love you, honey. How you doing? Oh, you guys look beautiful. You look beautiful, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh. I was telling Cherry that I used to be the way Cherry is now, but I lost my way and I'm getting back. And sometimes that happens. Yeah. Fall off the horse, you got to get back on. Sometimes it takes more than a couple tries. Sometimes you do lose yourself, regardless if it's because you're in a relationship or because you are experiencing some kind of whatever, whether it's depression, anxiety, or some kind of self-doubt, or you lose yourself because your ego gets boosted too high. Yeah. So that's on both ends of that spectrum. Yep. And sometimes you just have to sit down and remember who you truly are. And that's the best you can be. Right. And you can ask Kira and you can ask Myrtle. I absolutely 100% am myself on screen and off. Like, you get what you're looking at 100% of the time. Like, when Justin and I got together, I told him, I said, I hope you're ready for this, because it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster, because I'm going to be 100% authentically me, and that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get some version of me. It's too hard to do it any other way. Absolutely. You're outspoken and loud, but you're also an introvert. I'm an introvert. I hate going outside because people are stupid.
I don't know if I'm an introvert or extrovert anymore. I'm very confused. I confuse
You're an
myself.
intro-extrovert.
I don't know. I confuse my therapist too, so who knows?
Lady.
If I could have everything I needed delivered, I wouldn't have to see a human ever again. I'd be cool.
Legit.
We're pretty much there here in Florida.
It all depends on
The
your
only
company.
thing we have to go get is gas if we want to go anywhere. And that's if we want to go anywhere.
Hubby says I'm a
We have to
closet
do doctor's
exhibitionist.
appointments and stuff like that. And I do, and my counseling and psych stuff, I do video chat.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I gotta crush the bottle.
Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy! Your closet exhibition.
Oh, that didn't make the trash.
The only
That didn't either.
scripting. Pardon me. Scripting is a very big thing for people in America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why, but when I was reading the studies about it, it's like it's real. Most people in America actually do what's called scripting, and that's going through all the conversations you can think of in your head and how you're going to react to what they said and how they're going to react to what you said, and it's called scripting.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes scripting can be very helpful for people's anxiety because it gets them prepared for everything. Other times, it works completely against them because all they're doing is chewing on this and scripting all these conversations and getting worked up and having an emotional breakdown within their skull because the conversations aren't actually happening.
Nope.
And a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, it's not even close to what actually happens. Not even close. So be careful with scripting. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's downright toxic.
I just enjoy thinking of the worst case scenario, so everything is fine.
I'm a prepare for the worst, hope for the best kind of girl.
I try not to script because if I script, my anxiety will go through the wall.
I feel like sometimes I like doing that to myself. I'm so self-destructive. I'm like,
it's an adrenaline rush, and that's why.
I was just gonna say, are you getting a roller coaster rush? Like,
treat myself like shit.
You be nice to my friend.
I get told that all the time because I like to call myself dummy.
No, be nice to my friend. That was like a swear word when I was a kid. That and stupid. Those were like swear words.
Stop.
My mom, she'd probably rather have me say shit than stupid or dummy. That was the only swear word she used ever. My mother.
My grandma's favorite word was shit.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Shit.
And my mom only said it when she was really, 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 really upset or injured herself. Oh, shit.
Look, I left my house yesterday. I mowed my yard.
Cherries as fuck. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Mine's goddamn.
No, actually, that's not my favorite word. That's my second favorite word.
Oh, that's right. Cunt is yours.
Cunt is my first favorite word because it's the most offensive language in the American language. And I didn't
Right.
say English either. I said American.
No, it's American. Yeah, they use that word really freehanded
overseas.
over
It's like
in the
they,
aisles.
instead of saying fuck, they say cunt, and it's not a big deal over there.
Yeah.
And then you come over
And
to
in
the
Australia,
food of the
they say
world.
fuck. Like in Australia, like lawyers and doctors use fuck, like a period.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's weird. It's like, wow. Sometimes when I'm watching television
had no
shows, I
idea.
can't watch them because I have no idea what's going on because
Bloody hell.
every third word is fuck, and I'm confused. I'm so confused. I'm like, what's going on here? Now, the funny thing, I'll tell you a little history on the word cunt, though, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Cunt is derived. I swear I can speak English. The word is derived from Cuntatunga, which was the all-powerful creation goddess of the Aztec pantheons.
So every time you say it, you're paying homage to a god, by the way.
Yeah, like the all creator. Only in their she's female in their myths. So, and a lot of people don't know that. Most people know the one I can't pronounce.
Well, fuck has a
Quetzalcoatl.
different meaning too. Hold on, I'll Google it. Because it's not what people think it is. It's not necessarily 100% sexually related. What?
Yeah, that one. Quetzalcoatl. The snake god with wings.
Oh.
Quetzalcoatl.
I keep thinking axolotl. Or that little
Axolotl. They're so cute. There's this lady, she was getting pearls from big clamshells, and she opened this one, and like 1,000,000 of the little pink ones raced out of it. It was so cute. They were like, "Hey, we're free!" I'm like, "You saved them."
Okay, so according to Google, there are 2 definitions for the word fuck.
For the
word one fuck? Is to have sex with someone.
Right.
And the second one is to ruin or damage something.
Fuck it up.
Yeah. But if you go through the traditional definition of the word fuck, it was completely different. And I can't remember what it was.
It was for the unlawful carnal knowledge. It was basically the right of a king to take a woman on the night of her wedding, basically take her virginity before she slept with her husband.
Gross.
Yeah.
Why do you think William Wallace went crazy?
Talking about that kind of stuff.
No, seriously, that's why William Wallace went on his rampage, was because he was secretly married, and his wife, one of the governing officers of England, came and took his wife.
Yep.
And he said, "Fuck around, I'm gonna fuck some shit up."
I have to tell you guys, he didn't win though.
No, he didn't. He got fucked up and quartered.
It was
Braveheart.
Have you ever watched Mr. Iglesias? Oh, I love that show. It's hilarious.
Oh, are you talking about the comedian Gabriel Iglesias? Yeah, where he's a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the first episode, they actually talked about it, and I was like clapping. I was so excited because usually in those shows they don't really talk about stuff for real. They just make stuff up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially math classes. Oh my god! Sometimes I'm like,
fluffy.
No wonder my kids don't know anything. No, I'm kidding. But he was talking about that, and one of the kids looked up. He goes, "Dude, Mel Gibson didn't win." He's like, "Yeah, don't tell him." That wasn't the first of his losing streak.
I've watched that man's mental health progression since Mad Max.
Yeah. Well.
And for as much of a dick as he can be and as stupid and racial as he can get, I think LC froze, but there she is.
Just for a second.
He has put out some amazing movies.
Yeah. I like a lot of his stuff. Him and Kevin Costner are very underrated.
When he did Lethal Weapon, I was like, yeah!
You know, we got a whole bunch of the Lethal Weapon movies. I think we might have got all of them.
And
we started watching them. You want to talk about throwing the word fuck around?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like,
oh, yeah.
I don't remember this having this
Where do you think I get it from?
I
My
didn't
dad
think
was
it
a
had
huge
that
Lethal
much. I
Weapon
remember
fan.
watching it, but I don't remember that much swearing in it.
I don't remember any of that.
In the late 80s, early 90s, almost all of the movies that were PG-13 or
they had the word fuck in them.
Oh, a lot. Fuck,
yeah.
The cussing was unreal.
Yeah.
Just all
and
of
then
it, the
somebody
plethora.
got they got sand in their vaginas and decided that needed to be rated R or NC-17.
Yeah. Well, NC-17 covers a lot of stuff.
Covers a lot more nudity.
I understand why Deadpool was NC-17.
I love Deadpool.
It was this close to being blue porn, you know? Just
that's
that
okay.
close.
2012 on Netflix, and yeah. No, 2012 doesn't have Danny Glover in it, does it?
Yeah.
I don't have to watch it. I don't remember. Oh, I'm thinking of Day After Tomorrow. That's why.
Oh, Day After Tomorrow's a lot older. I think we have that. That might be on the Plex.
It might be. I don't know. I'd have to check the iPad.
Because I know it's one of hubby likes. All right. Yeah, he's the president. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I started what? You want to watch some? Do you both have Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is this thing on Netflix that I started watching. Where is it? I want to get the title right. brand new cherry flavor.
I have been debating that just because the word cherry is in it.
I was too, but that cat is so freaking cute that I
I
decided
know.
it is messed up, but it's a good messed up.
Cute.
It's like, it's one of those, like when you're reading a book going, why am I reading this book? You put it down and you're like,
but you can't stop.
I gotta finish reading this. It is messed up. If you're into sci-fi, horror, magic, what else?
There's some weird
Filmmaking. It's like David Lynch. I want to know who wrote it, because it's kind of like David Lynch surrealism, but it's more plausible.
Do you know what I just found out last night?
What?
There's a new Matrix coming out.
Hubby said that to me. He goes, do you know there's a new Matrix coming out? Yep. It says it's been gonna come out for a while. Do we have more information on
this? It's called
this?
Matrix Resurrection.
Yeah.
I saw the preview for it, and oh my god, I can't wait!
Me too. I'm very excited. But yes, Cherry, you need to.
I'll put it in the queue. Yeah. I'm currently trying to get through Lula Rich.
Also, if you like Supernatural, I think you would like this.
Okay. I'll put it in the queue.
Yeah. It's more intense like Supernatural is. You know, it's not
really
like
not that intense though.
Comparatively speaking to other stuff, it is.
Right. I giggle when people are like, "Oh, I love horror movies." I'm like, I watch Supernatural on a regular. I watch episodes of horror movies.
I was gonna start watching American Horror
Story. Or Stories.
And then I started watching the cherry flavor thing.
Okay, but you still need to watch American Horror Story.
I know, I do. I have to at least watch Coven because Stevie's in it.
And I was talking about it the other day, and I was talking about how I couldn't figure out what the insert for Murder House was, except for the dude in the black latex. And then I realized Michael is the baby in Murder House. I was like, oh shit, I'm stupid.
No, I don't think a lot of people got that. And I got that, and I haven't watched the other stuff. I just seen cuts of other stuff.
You need to watch Coven and then just directly fucking say screw the rest of them until later and go watch Apocalypse.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I didn't like Asylum. That's what stopped me.
Asylum is just shit.
I tried really hard. And I'm like, I am so bored. I'm so bored. I don't care. I don't care what they do. Burn it down. I don't care.
No, I watched. Okay, so I was an asshole, and I went from the first 3 episodes of the 6th season of Lucifer straight to the end.
I binged it.
And I know there's a bunch of stuff that I missed, but I'm still pissed off that Netflix is writing it the way that they're writing it.
I think they're done.
I don't like how they wrote it.
Yeah, I think the thing is they were done.
Right.
And it makes sense because because Lucifer is in the same world as Constantine and Green Arrow and all of those guys.
Right.
I can see why the Celestials are the way they are.
Right.
It's about the best way I can say it without giving away.
But here's the thing, is I watched the first 3 episodes and then I skipped to the last and I caught up on the entire fucking storyline. And I'm just like, I wanted more to that.
Well, yeah, it was disappointing in the fact that I was pretty sure that was the finale.
The funny thing is the bad guy in this season is the guy who played Chuck on Supernatural. And Chuck hated being called by his actual title, which was God.
Yeah. I noticed that too. Well, and he was in
I was like, how do they have Chuck playing this evil French dude?
Well, he was the one who...
He's the one who the Trixie's dad was... He invaded his body or was put into his body or whatever.
Yeah. But I was going to say, he was in other episodes too. A couple seasons.
Mel! Hi Mel, I'm trying to talk Vixie into letting me on once in a while, but she ain't having it.
You're such a liar. You know you'd be.
You're welcome on the makeup table, Mike. You've seen his FX makeup. Sweet.
Yeah. You know you are more than welcome anytime you want. You can be on the makeup tables, you can be at the dollhouse, you can be at the coffee house, you can even be at Bitches with Switches, but you gotta have a switch.
And if you come up with something really good to rant about, Cherry Rants is always looking for guest stars.
There you go.
As long as it's not political.
I don't think we can plug any more in the show without barfing at this point.
Religiously or racially motivated. I won't have it. Excuse me.
That sounded painful. I hate hiccups. I love
Oh, that was
sneezes.
a hiccup.
Ooh, even worse.
Yeah, I get those a lot.
Those really
oh,
hurt.
here, Mel. I'll give you a reference for what I did today. Oh shit!
It
Fuck
blacked out.
around.
Fuck around. I thought about getting. I have actually a really good shaped face for that. I thought about getting a short blonde wig to do it. I just never have.
Well, this is Jennifer paying homage to her mommy.
All right. She knew it without you showing. She knew exactly who you were. Look at that.
Look at
You
that.
go, girl. You go, girl. All right. Anybody have any words of wisdom before we end this shenanigans?
We'll see you in a couple of hours.
Because it's family game night.
Bring
You
multiple
need to be
devices
there.
and friends.
And popcorn. Popcorn's really important.
I can't eat popcorn. I think I'm going to do jalapeno poppers today instead of tomorrow.
I was just going to say, can't you do a hot hors d'oeuvre of some sort?
Well, okay, so I'm going to get yelled at for this, but because of the fighting that went on with the teenager yesterday and his incessant attitude, I told him he had to sleep with his door open, which means I couldn't turn any other lights on in the house. So I snacked all day, but I didn't actually make dinner.
Eat. So, you're going to go get something to eat before the table tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to make some poppers.
It's popper night.
It's popper night. I love popper night. It's my favorite night of the week.
All right. Remember, everyone,
Hi,
we're all
Cece.
made up of the stuff of stars, and that makes us extraordinary creatures. So find your spark, ignite your passions, and make your dreams come true. I believe in each and every one of you. And we'll catch y'all tonight on Family Game Night. Bye!